Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew V. Haynes here, aka the Clock Master. I'm here with my wife,
Shannon, aka Cosmic Binks.
and we are here to check out the 4th episode for the live action adaptation for
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
All right, we're gonna get straight into it, guys. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. How you're feeling about the show so far? I said this in the last video, but if you're a hardcore fan of this series, guys, like you have everything, statues, books, everything. You have hardcore you have a hardcover copies of everything. If you guys are like true hardcore, die-hard fans, how are you feeling about this adaptation so far? I want to know your thoughts down below, please. I'm not as deep into this as you guys are. I've only just grew up watching these episodes, you know, here and there, and every weekend, whatever episodes I could catch, and I grew up liking it. But some of you guys are real deep in there, so I want to know your thoughts, how you're feeling about this adaptation. And without further ado, guys, we're gonna get into this. Check out our full reaction link. It's down below. All the other links to everything else is down below. Let's get right into it. Talk about it later as you normally do. Let's get into it now.
To us.
I mean, I'm wondering the same thing now.
Yeah,
But
I'm wondering too.
make hard choices. Your father had to leave your family to go to war, leaving you, just a boy, in charge.
I mean, that is a point. Yeah.
Just enough to get by.
I mean, I understand his point of view. You don't know what your father would have done, though, Sasha.
You don't know what he could have done.
It's supposed to be a badger mall.
Gave him the lisp, too. I love it. Okay. All right. I'm not so mad anymore about that.
Yeah.
No seams.
I
That's
mean,
what ma-
they are earthbenders.
Victory or defeat.
So he's
Nothing
Cobra
else
Kai.
matters. No one who's been sent there has ever been heard from again.
And Aang's going to go into the Avatar state in BUMI prison.
Everything they've got at us.
Let them come. The Avatar has returned to the world. It's time to stop hiding.
But he's in prison. But he's in prison. Can we at least wait till we get him out?
Right.
The prisoner you requested. He was caught fighting, destroying property, menacing the people.
Menacing the people.
Boomy?
Just so.
Mm-hmm.
How are you still alive?
Clean living. The pine bark? What idiot told you to put pine bark in it?
You
You
did?
You did.
A feast.
At least they got that part. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got me questioning how they're trying to do all this.
Yeah, because the whole thing is I was supposed to try to figure out who he was.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do.
Just like the Firebenders.
I am nothing like the Firebenders.
Nothing like
Stop. Go ahead, give him hypo.
at least they showed this part. I'm happy about that. Nice. Okay.
You didn't hear.
No, I didn't hear.
I said, go ahead, give him hypothermia.
That wasn't you. That was me.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Stand there? What are you gonna do?
That was such a weird thing.
You gonna stand there? What are you gonna do?
I mean, the design of this looks really nice, though.
Yeah.
Seaweed stew. Heard it really helps with your complexion.
I mean, he's gonna choose this dude because he's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Shake it.
Village hippies?
Here.
We're doing what we're doing. Right, but why are you doing it here?
Acoustics. Best in homage.
I'm gonna have to copy that. What are you doing? We're doing what we're doing.
No, these aren't the tunnels.
See, this right here is a cave.
Are the tunnel.
Yeah, they on some clouds, bro.
They're singing the Secret Tunnel song.
Right. There's no such thing as angry spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just wanted to put this in.
Yeah.
Spenders just for one old man.
These are just straight.
Yeah, at least they're doing this part too, though. They're finding a way.
Yeah.
Except he was chilling, but it's fine. The circumstances was different.
Yeah.
Not good. There's fire all over the north.
I don't have a choice. It's where I need to go.
What about the king in the north? It's just candy. Nice. Satisfying.
Right. It's a bunch of rock candy.
Yep.
A game, like we did back in the old days. And maybe I just wanted a bite of rock candy.
Like he breaking a tooth.
Right. Secret tunnels.
In your head for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Put out your light.
It's hey bye.
It said love is brightest in the dark, not glowy rocks.
Poetic license, like the mention.
Right.
Guess we're not in Wolf Cove anymore, are we?
Nah.
We'll get some soon.
You really think so?
Hard maybe.
Hard baby, right?
Firebenders don't need water, right?
I mean, I wouldn't take water from somebody who literally punched me in the stomach anyway.
Yeah.
He was 19.
Mm.
Sir.
Yep.
Point proven.
Mm-hmm. Y'all gotta take him off guard duty though.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
You can't get too personal, man.
Kind of hard not to though, you know? Especially when like you're facing someone who killed your brother.
I understand that.
I do like that they're adding some of these moments.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is an example of things that they're changing that I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I feel like this does add.
Yeah, this definitely does add a lot to the story for Iroh too.
Yeah.
I mean, they have moments later on with flashbacks and stuff, but you know, showing it now is not a problem for me.
Yeah.
To see that I've only been thinking about how Mom died and not how she lived.
Can't be too mad at that fact.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be here. We were here before, but this wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
It's not.
Well,
you're trapped.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
He's a fun, loving, happy kid who loves to skip rocks and always thinks about his friends.
But you also become an adult.
Yeah.
And life hits you.
I mean, bruh, when your knee first start to crack,
that's when it's over.
That's when it's over. When that knee crack when you get up from the chair.
Yep.
One final game.
And BUMI breath look hot.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh. That joint look hot. I'm like, we couldn't go this whole episode with no fight.
Versus me. To the...
Yo. The armpit hair is serious.
Right. Yep, it's Haybite.
No, it's the badger.
Oh no, it's the badger? Okay. That looked like all I saw was black and white. Yeah. Dang. A fire chain? That's dangerous.
Right.
Do it. Do it!
Don't tell me what to do.
Ouch.
Literally get stabbed in the back.
Yeah. I don't mind that change because it adds a lot more weight to Iroh's transgressions.
Yeah.
It adds a lot more pressure to what happened, to what he used to be like before now, you know?
Definitely.
What's going on? Are we dead?
The love. It's the love, because they love each other.
They do with verbal commands. Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole.
Nice.
Means to be in a war.
I mean, that is a valuable lesson for him, though.
Yeah.
Clean. Clean. Clean.
Right.
Wait, I know you're not killing Boomy. I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Good child.
Is that really so bad?
Yeah.
He's like, I am one.
Oh, but I do have one more challenge for you.
He's like, what? Okay. Okay, fine. Fine, you did it.
Acceptable.
You did it. How are they gonna explain this one?
Yeah.
Fully prepared. All the tea I need. Thing I need is on this boat.
If anything, I'm just happy for my boy, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy for my guy, man. You get all these rules.
Let's get you home.
Okay. All right. So there are definitely some changes, but the more I'm looking at it, man, it's like, you know what? I can't, like I've been saying, I can't expect it to be one-to-one. There are some things I wished that they kept consistent with the story, but they found a way to make, I would say episode 2 and 3 weren't my favorites. Episode 1 and 4, I liked how they handled that, actually.
Yeah.
I actually like episode 1 and 4. Some of 3, some of 2, I think 2 and 3 have more weaker parts for me than 4.
Definitely.
They changed up some things with BUMI too a little bit, but you know what? I accepted it. You know, it's fine.
It wasn't like too much of a thing.
Yeah.
Like, the general point of BUMI was there.
Yeah.
I think what I really enjoyed about this episode is what they did with Zuko and Iroh.
Yeah, Zuko and Iroh definitely adding, you know, showing more depth to their story earlier on too is definitely a strong point.
Yeah, I think it was good character building for them, for sure.
Yeah.
And, you know, showing their relationship and how they got to the point that they are at now. And even towards the end, it was like, you know, he saw he saw Appa and he was just like, oh, nothing, let's get you home.
Yeah.
You know, putting him first and, you know, building their relationship.
Because Zuko, you know, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I was going
to say I just enjoyed that aspect of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because Zuko cares about Iroh deeply.
Yeah.
You know, sees him as a father figure. Iroh sees him as a son figure. So, you know, showing the audience that earlier in the series as well, is interesting. I really need to see how they're just gonna wrap everything up. We got 4 more episodes.
I will say before we can get off topic.
Yeah.
I think showing all that stuff early in a live action standing is good for people that did not watch the anime.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
it's good narratively.
Yeah, for the story that they're trying to tell right now, the way how they're trying to go about it.
Yeah. I
think it works.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I think it works for the story based for how they're trying to go about it. So I can't be super mad at it.
Yeah.
No, I don't have too many complaints about this episode. I was kind of quiet, guys. So sorry, it wasn't like that thing. I was just really trying to see how they were gonna go about it.
Yeah.
The Iroh and Zuko stuff was interesting. I did like how they introduced a story with the soldier, with Iroh and the fact that what war does. So this episode was definitely talking a lot so much about how the effects of the war, had on everybody. Like from everybody from BUMI to the soldier who lost his brother. To how the war affected Iroh himself. So we saw quite a few different perspectives, and even Jet, how the war affected characters like Jet, how it affected characters like Sai and Teo. So we got to see the effects of the war from different lenses in this episode. Well, last episode and this episode. And I think that's definitely important for the characters overall. So I don't really have too many complaints about that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I felt like it definitely added more, especially interaction with the soldier and Iroh. We know, because it was hinted at in the show, in the animated series, that Iroh had a lot of regrets that he was, held on to. And it was even like the fortune telling episode where the person was like, "You want to know your fortune?" And he was like, "Look, there's only one more surprise waiting for somebody at my age." And it's like, so, you can see that. And he even heard like he failed at Ba Sing Se, right? He failed there. So the whole thing for him was like, listen, like, I've been through some stuff. I've seen some stuff. I'm way too old. I have some regrets. I wish things weren't the way it is now, but it is what it is. But I'm like, while you're here, this other soldier is living with hatred in his heart because of what happened to his family.
Right.
For understandable reasons.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel, I don't have any too many issues. The fight between Aang and BUMI, I was wondering how they were going to make them have that fight because they changed the way how they go about it in reverse order a little bit. But I'm not mad at it. They made it less comical and more realistic for the show because obviously in the animated series, it was very comical. The way how him and BUMI met each other again, reunited. It was like, find my thing for my pet.
Yeah.
Find my stuff for my food. Guess my name. Pick someone to fight. It was more comical in that sense. And I don't know if that would have translated for the tone that they have that they're trying to set up for the series.
Yeah. I feel like the thing that I'm missing the most is the comical aspects.
Yeah.
Because they're making this very serious. And I feel like the lighter stuff is what makes Avatar. Personally.
The lighter moments, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're not having a whole lot of those.
And I mean, we laugh at it as adults, but we have to remember that Avatar, that series was made for a younger audience.
Yeah.
Whereas this series is targeting a slightly older audience.
Right.
It's not targeting children, so they're just like, look, we need to make some of the themes more mature. We need to make some of the themes a little bit more adult. I
feel like they could still do that with keeping the essence of the original.
I think they're trying to find ways to slap it in there especially with Sokka.
Yeah.
How he like speaks to Katara and like, you don't need to tell me how to be a jerk.
I don't have a problem with that. Like those things, like I understand like the more serious, like, a little more adult tone.
Yeah. I was like out of frame most of the time. Yeah.
I just think like if you're going to make an adaptation where something is like it has lighter and more serious moments, I feel like you should still have that balance.
Yeah, I definitely don't think this is the greatest adaptations because I feel like they're missing the essence of what makes a show great.
Yeah.
I'm still standing by that, but the show does have redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
This is not like Madam Web.
No, Madam Web.
This is not like Madam Web at all.
Yeah.
Like, they're making changes to the story. Some of the changes work. Some of the changes don't work, in my personal opinion.
I feel like most of the changes in this one, I'm okay with.
I'm okay with it so far.
Yeah. And this episode specifically, I feel like some of the changes were for the better. Some of them
don't work as much. Yeah.
Some of them didn't work as much, but some of them were just okay.
Some of them were okay. Yeah.
Acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Because like having a whole episode dedicated to the Northern Tribe thing with Sai and Teo, I can understand cutting that out and just kind of taking some of those other smaller. So I think I think what they were trying to do is maybe take some of those essential moments and raise a light to them without casting it aside.
Yeah.
Because the meeting with Jet is important for the crew, especially Katara.
Mm-hmm.
And the meeting with Sai, is important for Sokka because, that's even when we were rewatching the anime, we were like, oh, I didn't even realize Sokka was smart like that.
Yeah.
And, so they were kind of leaning more into that. The meeting with BUMI and everything, obviously, that's kind of like the push that Aang kind of needs to be like, listen, bro, this world is not the way you think it was. Like, you're a child, and yes, like, we want it to be happy, you want it to be fun and stuff, but, like, this world is dangerous, bro. Like, you need to be ready because there's going to be a time where you're going to have to make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that choice is going to make or break everything.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. But yeah.
I think the only thing that's been bugging me, though, is for those certain storylines that are important for certain characters, they just keep splitting them up and having them do their own thing and not working together.
You do have to think about like a book, though. Because I share your concern.
Mm-hmm.
I'll respond to you after you finish making your point.
Well, I was just saying, like, because a lot of that stuff is important. Like, let's take Jet, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is very important for Katara, right? But it's also important for Sokka.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole Jet thing, like, that's, one aspect of it. But then there's, like, Sai. Like, I would say Sai is more exclusively for Sokka. Because that shows you his brilliance and his, how he thinks and, that kind of stuff. And then, like, with BUMI, like, I'm okay with them changing it to, kind of keeping Sokka and Katara, like, not involved in that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's okay.
Because they're just being... like soaked up in candy.
Yeah.
So giving Sokka and Katara their own little side mission.
But it was also, I could have also seen them still doing that because, like, the whole secret tunnel stuff, that wasn't part of it in the beginning.
Yeah, it wasn't part of it in the beginning.
Yeah, I know what happens later. I've heard the song and everything.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
I'm not too mad about that part. But it was also a thing for Aang to acknowledge, like, my friends do motivate me.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of changed it to, I can trust my friends.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like there are worse adaptations out there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say this is like, dog doo-doo. I felt that way after the end of episode 2, my first time watching.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel so now. I think 4 episodes in, I had to digest and process the fact that, okay, there's going to be some changes here and we're just going to need to accept that and see where they're trying to go with this story.
Yeah.
Because there are worse adaptations out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Evolution, for example, you haven't seen it, but
I don't want
that was one of the worst anime adaptations I've ever seen in my life. God, that was so bad. And it was whitewashed. There's a couple things they got right in this. The cast is predominantly Asian leading and native. And, some indigenous representation as well in the would be the Americas and Pacific, or maybe Pacific Islands too. And like, I think that's very important because the culture and the theme of Avatar is predominantly of the Asian continent. So I think representing that is important, and having the cast be made up of people that represent the region, I think is important.
Yeah.
So I think they have that going for them. The music, the lighting, the colors, the fight choreography, the bending is absolutely beautiful. I'm very satisfied with the bending. It's more harsh. It's more realistic. It's more aggressive. It's more dangerous, because if you're throwing rocks at people, man, and even like BUMI getting dust in his face and stuff like that, like those, like the bending is harsh. The bending is cruel. And it's like we're messing with we're messing with forces of nature here.
Yeah.
There's going to be some, things that are dangerous. So, or even with the water bending, it has its risks.
Right.
And, obviously fire bending is, has its own set of major risks too.
Mm-hmm.
The air bending and everything, I love it. So I actually love the way how the bending is being done. So it has redeeming qualities. This is not like Madam Web at all, where I just wanted to walk out the theater after 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
This is not this. This is not like that.
Yeah. There's definitely stuff that redeems, some questionable story aspects.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, like Matthew said, like the bending and like the scale of everything and just
and I think the cast does have a chemistry too.
Yeah, I'm not mad about the cast like at all. Like I feel like they're they're doing pretty good for what things they have. So I'm not mad about that.
No, I'm not mad about it.
I think a lot of my main gripes with this is certain changes.
Yeah.
Certain writings.
Yeah, I don't think the writing. Yeah, I don't think the dialogue and the script is strong in certain parts.
Yeah,
I definitely do feel
specifically that one line.
Yeah.
When.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
What?
It was like, are you sending me on a quest?
Are you serious? Are you serious? Like an NPC. Like an NPC.
It feels like I'm talking to an NPC.
Like I'm talking to an NPC. Yeah. Oh yeah, he went. Yeah, he was like, the bald kid went that way to see the king, and the old man went to the pit. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And he's just standing there.
It's like I'm
waiting
about
for you to make a choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's about to start like glitching through the wall or something.
Yeah, you would have said it's like you're speaking to a Starfield or Bethesda NPC and you got to make a choice to go help the old man or go help the bald kid.
The dude
or go find a bald kid. I feel like that might have been a cameo though. That guy might have been a cameo.
I don't know. It's just how he said it, man.
His delivery wasn't right. I mean, it might have been a cameo though. The way how they highlighted him, bro. I feel like Buddy has some involvement in something. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked to find out if he was like some Avatar: The Last Airbender content creator or something.
Yeah, it was just a weird delivery. Yeah. A weird line.
But it's just what are you gonna do about it? It's like, okay, do you just give me this NPC's giving me a quest?
Yeah.
Should I go for the big loot? Or should I go for the attack bonus?
Which answer do I press?
Right. Which and you go to Google to see which one gets the better reward.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that will determine which quest you go on.
Exactly.
That definitely felt like that. But again, I give this episode I think an 8 out of 10, honestly.
Yeah, this one was one of the better, of the few we watched.
Yeah, I didn't mind the director of this. I felt the pace in this episode was better.
That was the other issue I was having. It's the pacing.
Yeah, I felt the pacing. Yeah. It wasn't too fast. It wasn't too slow. Yeah. It was evenly balanced for me. You had some nice medium tires on.
That's the thing. Last episode specifically felt like they were doing way too much for one episode. This slowed it down. This focused on very specific things. It focused on Sokka and Katara and their relationship. It focused on Aang and BUMI and their relationship. And it focused on Zuko and Iroh and their relationship.
You can't,
a central theme.
You can't drive like Max Verstappen because it's going to go too fast. You just can't do that. You can't drive like somebody all the way in the back. You got to be like a Lando Norris. You got to be somewhere in the middle. You got to be like a Carlos Sainz. You gotta be like Lewis Hamilton in 2022. You gotta be somewhere in between the middle. You can't be. Hell, I'll take Fernando Alonso in 23. You gotta be somewhere, upper high, but you can't be all the way up here. You can't be all the way. You gotta be somewhere in the middle. I know my Formula One people who watch the race. I know if y'all actually watch the races, not just Drive to Survive. Although I do like Drive to Survive, if you actually watch the races, I know you will appreciate that. But especially if you watch the 2023 season, if you watch all those races, but still, anyways, point is you can't be too fast, you can't be too slow, you gotta be, and certain episodes require you to be a Max Verstappen. Yeah, some episodes you need to be, sending it all the way through. But certain episodes require you to be a little slower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you kind of got to find that middle ground. And then sometimes you might have to be like a Yuki Tsunoda or Alex Albon.
Yeah.
You got to start out slow, and then next thing you know, you P7. How the heck we get there? I don't know. But we got there. All right. We started out in 17. We up in 7. So we made our way up. So the point is you got to have a nice balance, guys. Putting my F1 analogies aside, the point is still the same. You got to have a good balanced episode. Yeah. And I felt like this episode had a pretty decent balance.
Yeah, I think
wasn't too fast or wasn't too slow. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I think the main thing that really made this episode work is the central theme.
Yeah, you got to have something.
Just the relationships.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Because the other ones were just kind of jumbled.
Yeah, man, that last episode wasn't my favorite.
No,
episode 3 was not. I didn't really like that one a lot.
Episode,
yeah, even episode 2. Now that I'm looking back at it and I'm thinking back on it, I can't be too mad at it as I was.
Yeah.
First time watching it. So
yeah,
we'll see what they do for the second half of the season, guys. And we appreciate you guys checking out these reactions. If you're still sticking around with it, if you're still sticking to it. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you like the series and you're a hardcore fan, I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know your thoughts. How you feeling? Are you happy with the changes? Are you disappointed? Did you expect more? You know, everything you're thinking, just let me know. And let us know in the comments. And anything else you need to add or say? No. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And we'll see you in the next one. Clockmaster and
Cosmic Binks.
Out.